My family moved all the way from Orlando, Florida to Phoenixville, Pennsylvania. And now you're probably thinking, what the heck is a Phoenixville? Well, my name is Kang. I'm a real estate agent here in Pennsylvania, and I'm here to tell you that if you're looking to move anytime soon, why Phoenixville should be at the top of your destination list. Let's go.
Phoenixville is a city located in the southeastern part of Pennsylvania with a population of about 19,000. So that makes it a relatively small city. You probably can't even see it on this map, so let's zoom in a bit. There it is. Now, Phoenixville is located about an hour away from Philadelphia, so you can get some big city vibes and then retreat back to your small city living when you're ready. The main highlights of Phoenixville are the nature and the trails, its up-and-coming status, and its close proximity to everything you probably need.
The trail that I'm walking on currently is right next to a new townhouse community called Lanier at Steel Point. And this is not the only new townhouse community that has been built in Phoenixville recently. This trail is unique because it extends all the way throughout Phoenixville, and no matter where you are, you should be by it. And what also makes it unique is that it leads directly to Bridge Street, which is a highlight of Phoenixville. So if we just keep walking, we're gonna end up on Bridge Street, which is pretty much the downtown area of Phoenixville. So I'm gonna show you what all is there.
Now, this is a little pit stop that I made before getting to Bridge Street. This is an event they're doing under Gay Street Bridge. I don't know what it's for or what it's called, but I think it's a farmer's market that they happen to have around this area very frequently. But I decided to stop by and show you guys something else that I didn't expect to see.
So we have made it to Bridge Street, and as you can see, there's a lot of activity going on right now, particularly because it's a weekend in the summer. Now, during the summers, they kind of close the street off and allow people to walk along the street, and there's a lot of activities happening every single weekend. So I'm gonna show you what's going on. I'm also gonna show you some of my favorite spots up and down Bridge Street.
This is Steel City Cafe. If you're looking for some of the best coffee and breakfast in town, then you've found it. They also offer live music and open mic nights. Right across the street is a barbershop called Philly Phase. I go here at least once a week to make sure I'm looking fresh. This is a bistro called Bistro on Bridge. Now, I've never actually been here, but it's always pretty packed, so I'm guessing that it's pretty good. Now, this is actually pretty interesting. There's a small shop that specializes in running gear, running shoes, running attire. That's actually pretty cool. So, especially with all these trails around town, you can definitely hop over there and make sure you're geared out. There are several of these smaller little convenience stores around Bridge Street as well. You'll probably notice that as we walk around. So that's pretty cool, because if you're just looking to go somewhere really quick and find something cheap, then you have some options. One of the main highlights on Bridge Street, as you're seeing right now, is this old-timey feeling movie theater called Colonial. I've never actually been in there like to see an actual movie, but they do show some recent movies that have come out. They kind of switch them up. They also show a lot of classic movies as well. So if you're looking to find something that's not popular and new, then you might be able to find an old classic at this theater. There's a pretzel factory. It's not actually open yet, but it's coming. This store is pretty cool. It's called the Diving Cat Studio and Gallery. So I've never actually been, but if you're a fan of art and galleries, then you might find something interesting in there. This is probably the best Thai food that I've ever had. It's a nice little restaurant called Tie Me Up. Yeah, it's a pretty funny name. But besides the funny name, the food is great. Make sure you stop by. There's this cleaning company here called Angelo's, and we've actually used them. They came and cleaned all the carpets in our house and did a really great job. Helped me with the severe allergies that I was having. So kudos to Angelo's. And finally, one of the last restaurants located near the end of the main Bridge Street is Your Mom's Place. This is a really awesome breakfast spot, so if you're ever on Bridge Street, you can stop by and eat at your mom's. I want to show you guys this because I'm a fan of like video games and comic books and things like that. This is a pretty awesome shop. There's actually another one kind of like it as well on Bridge Street, so there's something here for everyone. And finally, if we walk down the street from where the barbershop was, there's a few more shops down here as well. There's his House of Jerky. Haven't been here yet. I've always wanted to go. I'm trying not to eat beef though, so that kind of limits my options. But they do have turkey jerky as well, and I believe chicken too. So you probably can find something there. And down here, a little bit further, is one of the premier locations in Phoenixville. You'll see in just 1 second. Before we get there though, shout out to Three Brothers Grill, really awesome Mexican food, so check them out as well. Now what you'll see me doing here is I'm kind of looking around because I almost forgot where this place was. We haven't been there. It was closed all winter, and once you see what it is, you'll kind of understand why. But I'm looking around, I'm like, where is this place? I could have sworn it was over here, but then I finally found it. I saw it. It is Brown's Cow Ice Cream. Now, this is probably the best ice cream that I've ever had in my life. I'm 35 years old, so that's kind of saying a lot. One small problem though is they do not accept debit or credit. You gotta take cash, but it is worth it, trust me. Now at this point I was getting a little bit hungry and I felt like Steel City was calling to me, so I decided to just walk on in and have some lunch before heading to our next destination. I had a chicken salad sandwich on toasted whole grain bread. It was pretty good. Actually, my first time having it. So yeah, I recommend it. I recommend it. We usually go there for breakfast though, but first time having lunch. Yeah, you'll see some of the artwork. And before we leave Bridge Street, I just want to show you the murals they have painted on some of the buildings. It's actually pretty impressive.
Now I just finished getting my haircut and we're walking back down Schuylkill Trail, but as you saw, there's a lot to partake in on Bridge Street. Now it's a lot busier than normal because they're doing some Pride Month events, but during the summer there's all kind of events that they will be doing. So if that's something you're interested in, you know, a livelier community, then Bridge Street is where you want to be. During the week, it's pretty quiet. You can just go down the street, you know, partake in some nice restaurants, little mom and pop shops, you know, the standard kind of small town vibe. But now what I want to show you guys is one of the larger shopping plazas if Bridge Street is not up to your speed. So we are here at Providence Town Center now. While not technically being in Phoenixville, it's in Collegeville, but it's close enough to where it won't inconvenience you. This is where you'll find some of the bigger places like Best Buy, there's a Wegmans, there's a Red Robin, there's all the familiar restaurants you might have heard of like, you know, Panera Bread, but there's also some smaller restaurants here as well. Now, one of my favorite places that I might show you guys in a second is this donut shop called Duck Donuts. It is amazing. It is amazing. So if you ever visit this place, you definitely have to stop by Duck Donuts.
And like I mentioned earlier, here is the Wegmans, but there are some other cheaper options, such as Giant. There's a lot of Giants around. There's sometimes two Giants within 2 miles of each other. They're everywhere. So if you're looking for more affordable options, you have them. And here's that Duck Donuts I was talking about. I haven't had a donut in a while, so I think I'm gonna have to grab one before we leave this plaza.
So I just grabbed a donut from Duck Donuts. Here it is right here. But we're about to head to our final destination, which is a park that's only 5 minutes from here. And it's really awesome for your kids. Let's take a look at it. But before we go, take a look at this donut. It is a strawberry lemon drizzle. It looks pretty good, and it probably tastes pretty good too. I'll see you at the park. If you have small kids like me, then you know playgrounds are really important to provide them with a safe environment to play. So that's why we're here at Black Rock Park, which has one of the biggest playgrounds that I have ever seen. A really nice playground. The ground is covered in like a soft material, so it's not dirt or rocks, so they're not gonna fall and get hurt. But there are so many other awesome playgrounds here in Phoenixville, and I'm gonna show you a small glimpse of some of them. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this video. Again, my name is Wayne. I am a real estate agent here in Pennsylvania. So if you are looking to move and if you like what you saw in Phoenixville, then my contact information is down below. Let me help you find your perfect home. Stay tuned because we're going to be exploring a lot of other areas in Pennsylvania. So if Phoenixville is not your flavor, then maybe Collegeville is, maybe Roarsford is. You never know. Anyway, I will see you in the next video. Be sure to subscribe. Thank you.